Hello, everyone. My name is Danette Layton, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of the Pac-12 Conference. Thank you for being here today. We're thrilled to be back in New York City with our 12 fabulous football coaches on our second consecutive bi-coastal media tour, so thank you for hosting us, New York City. And I would like to welcome and introduce each of our coaches who are sitting here in the front row. So I'll start to the left, Mike Stoops with the University of Arizona, Chip Kelly with the University of Oregon, Steve Sarkisian, University of Washington, Rick Neuheisel, UCLA, Jeff Tedford, Cal, David Shaw, Stanford, John Embry, Colorado, Dennis Erickson, Arizona State, Kyle Whittingham, Utah, Paul Wolf, Washington State, Lane Kiffin, USC, and Mike Riley, Oregon State. Thank you for all being here, coaches. I'd now like to start with a special video.
This is not the beginning of the story, nor is it the end. It is the new age of a cultural phenomenon. The story of Pac-12 football is one of excellence and innovation. A relentless narrative crystallized through the ages. Powerful, moving, uncompromising. Rhythmic drumbeats of differentiation echoed generation after generation by trailblazing characters, radical rivalries, and iconic moments. Oh my God! It's a story that inspires us over and over again.
Knock it off your knee individually and stand up until you make that promise to yourself. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
And now, from 10 to 12, there is strength in numbers as two preeminent universities join the ranks. One, a progressive powerhouse, stands shoulder to shoulder with the Rocky Mountains. The other, a panoramic heartbeat of this nation's 45th state, undeniably prolific, home of undefeated and the must. Colorado and Utah, where the game of football is in their blood. Today the page turns. The storylines shift as all eyes return to the West, where a procession of field marshals stands ready to re-illustrate the term conference of quarterbacks. On the ground, there is raw, unnerving talent, inexplicable blends of agility and electricity, game breakers in every region, every game.
He's into the end zone for the touchdown.
But this conference, this story, this chapter is not a one-sided affair. There are defensive masterminds and shutdown systems that command a belligerent antithesis unlike anything we've seen before.
He got drilled at the 5.
And if that's not enough, an avant-garde redesign of the competitive balance. 12 teams, 2 divisions, 1 champion, 1 mission.
Y'all ready? Yeah. Y'all ready? Yeah. How you feel? Good. How you feel? Good.
This is more than a beginning. It is more than an end. It is the quintessential profile of what a modern conference can be. Welcome to Pac-12 football.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here. I want to welcome everyone to Chelsea Market. I'm Larry Scott, Commissioner of the Pac-12 Conference, and this is our second annual bi-coastal media tour, and we're thrilled to see so many people here with us today to kick off what promises to be a very exciting 2011 season. We stood before many of you last year at this time and unveiled a new direction for the conference. And as I look back on the last year, there truly has been monumental change in terms of the direction of the Pac-12. And certainly want to start by welcoming our newest members, Colorado and Utah, to the conference. This is the dawn of an exciting new day for the conference, and we're thrilled to have Colorado and Utah fans following their new conference. We've got great pride and respect for the rich history of academic and athletic excellence in our conference. Our conference has been known as the Conference of Champions, a well-deserved honor in that our conference has earned more NCAA championships than any other. And we are committed to that excellence both on the field and off. This year is full of new elements. It's a dynamic time in college sports, and the Pac-12 is leading the way. With our 12 teams breaking into two divisions, the North and the South, our coaches and their teams will be playing for the first ever Pac-12 football championship game. And with the creation of Pac-12 enterprises and the creation of a Pac-12 network, our fans are going to be able to see Pac-12 competitions in ways that they haven't before. More about that in a second. But that's also going to allow us to create a bridge between the broader mission of our universities and athletics, which is something very important to us as well. We're obviously very excited to be back here in New York. We're thrilled to have our coaches here available to the East Coast media. We've got some of the brightest, most creative minds in college coaching in the Pac-12 Conference, and it's great that we're able to tell the story to a national media audience. However, before we let you speak to the coaches in the roundtable, we also want to take this opportunity of having you all gathered to share with you some very exciting breaking news that we thought would take a few more weeks to develop, but to our great delight, we were able to finalize arrangements for the Pac-12 network earlier today while we were here in New York. Today, we're announcing the formation of Pac-12 Networks, a unique and cutting-edge partnership with four of the leading cable companies in this country, Comcast, Cox, Time Warner, and Bright House, to create a truly unique, one-of-a-kind initiative to, through a media platform, to create exposure that's unprecedented for Pac-12 athletics. Not only will there be a national Pac-12 network, but here's the really unique part. On top of the national network, there will be an additional 6 Pac-12 regional networks: Pac-12 Washington, Pac-12 Oregon, Pac-12 Northern California, Pac-12 Southern California, Pac-12 Arizona, and Pac-12 Mountain region that will cater to the unique tastes and interests of our fans in those markets. A national audience will be able to follow the best of Pac-12 sports, but these regional feeds will allow us to super serve our fans by tailoring for them that which they care most about: their rivalry games, the Olympic sports where they excel, as well as every football and men's basketball game. In total, we are going to have at least 850 sporting events annually on the Pac-12 networks, a minimum of 350 on the national network, and then an additional 500 that will populate these regional feeds. With this arrangement we're announcing here today, we are able to promise our fans that in August of 2012, when we launch Pac-12 Networks, we will be available to a very broad audience nationally through our cable partners. And beyond that, through additional distribution we hope to have with satellite and telco and other cable operators going forward. This is tremendous news for our fans and for our student athletes. Under this new arrangement, we're able to deliver on a promise I hoped we could deliver on, which is that every football game and every men's basketball game will be available to a national audience on television. All those football and men's basketball games beyond what our partners ESPN, Fox are carrying will be available in every state on the Pac-12 networks. On top of that, there will be hundreds of Olympic sports that are available for the first time and will be broadcast for the first time. And I can't tell you what great news this is for our student athletes, who are some of the best in the country, best in the world at what they do, and what they do will now be able to be appreciated and followed by alumni, fans of those sports, their families and friends. So it gives me certainly great satisfaction that the Pac-12's prowess in Olympic sports will finally be fully appreciated. This arrangement with our cable partners also will be very cutting edge in terms of embracing technology through TV everywhere. That means that our Pac-12 networks will be available on any device so long as our fans are authenticated through their cable subscriptions. We're also excited about the very close relationships this will allow us to develop between our cable partners and our schools and the communities where we exist. The regional networks are going to provide individual schools unparalleled opportunities to work with our partners, not just in terms of exposing athletics, but we also see tremendous opportunity to draw the bridge between athletics and academics and to promote the school brands and promote the innovation, the research breakthrough, and other tremendous accomplishments happening on our campuses throughout our footprint. Lastly, we're pleased that this is something that the Pac-12 is going to be able to own and control ourselves, so that as it develops over time, we'll be able to ensure that the Pac-12 Networks is following through on the mission of our universities more broadly and continues to promote the best in athletic and academic achievement. A lot of people were involved in making this day happen. This was really a Herculean effort in terms of 4 of the leading cable companies in this country working together with us to come together to make this happen. Was tremendous leadership, and I'm thrilled that we have one of the leaders of our partners here today, the chairman and CEO of Time Warner Cable, Mr. Glenn Britt, who would like to come up and address you. Thank you, Glenn.
Larry, thank you. I'm here today representing In Demand, which is a consortium of the 4 cable operators, and you've seen our logos going by in the past. In the background is Time Warner Cable, Comcast, Cox, and Bright House Networks. And I think Larry's done a great job of describing what we're doing. Suffice it to say that we are very excited. There's been a theme of leadership throughout what I've heard so far in this press conference. And we think that together we've reached a truly innovative and groundbreaking agreement. And we think it's a perfect balance for our customers and for the universities that are involved. When this launches next year in 2012, there's going to be, as Larry said, a robust national network, but also these localized 6 regional networks. And that's going to allow for many more televised events covering the millions of Pac-12 fans that we serve with our cable systems. This really demonstrates the strength of the cable platform, how local we are, demonstrates our creativity as a group, and I think our unique ability to provide deep local, regional, and national programming on all sorts of platforms and multiple devices. It gives our consumers the ability to watch their favorite teams anywhere. But it also gives the universities and the teams a chance to reach your most avid fans. So I think this is really, really exciting. We look really forward to working with you and with everybody here. And thank you.
So we're going to take some questions in a moment, but given the theme of this day is football, and we've got all our football coaches here, I wanted to put it in this context. Pulling off this arrangement certainly required an incredible team effort by an awful lot of people that shared a vision for what this can be and coming up with this very unique 7-network concept. But like in any football game, the big win usually requires some standout performance by one individual who I did want to recognize today, who, along with some key people on my team, was really the architect of this vision around hyper-local networks and really had a passion for this partnership and led the in-demand team of 4 cable operators in making this happen. And I want to invite up to the stage for a little presentation and acknowledgement and thank you to Melinda Whitmer, Executive Vice President for Time Warner Cable, who really was the brainchild of this idea with members of our team. And Melinda let me know early in this process she was a Wildcat, a University of Arizona alum. So I want to present you the first ever Pac-12 Wildcat jersey, and you're number one in our mind.
Thank you so much.
You got the Pac-12 logo on it, too.
Really excited. Thank you very much.
So Glenn and I are available for a few questions, and then really today's about our coaches and football. So we'll get onto our roundtable in a moment, but we're available to take a few questions for those that are here. And then I believe at 6 p.m. East Coast time, there's a conference call for the national media that aren't here in New York with us today. Any questions from the audience here?
I'll bring you a microphone so you can.
Jim Weiser, SB Nation. Will you be offering this on DirecTV satellite service?
Today, we're announcing our partnership with our partners, the four cable companies. We certainly look forward to conversations with satellite operators about also carrying the network, but we're not announcing that today.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the moment? Okay, great. Well, on with football. To our coaches, talk about football, and at 6 p.m. Eastern time for those that are interested in talking to Mr. Britt and myself about the Pac-12 Networks. We look forward to speaking to you on the phone. Thank you.
Our coaches will now head to the roundtables here with the assigned seating. So if you want to speak to our coaches directly one-on-one, that's where they'll be located for the next few minutes. Thank you.